It says I'm live. Hello, folks. Welcome back in. Once more, we'll give the live stream a couple of seconds to clear itself and make its intent known. Everybody can hear me and see me. Give me a little poke in the chat. Just a small poke. And welcome back, everybody. Once more, it is Sunday. It's 1 o'clock. Well, in the UK it is. There's a thumbs up. Excellent. Thank you very much. And a very happy birthday to Joyce Dodge, who birthday today. So if everybody would like to do the right thing in the chat, I'm sure Joyce would love it. Merry birthday. Absolutely digger. And welcome in. And there's Dino and Lyndon and Dwight Curley has joined us. Sparky. Canadian Dave has joined us. Moneybrook Junction is Mark. Hello, Mark and Lisa. We have Paul Wood, who is Wolfsex Scenics. Very nice to see you. As soon as she wakes up, I'm sure she will. Absolutely, Anthony. I would suspect that some sleep is the best tonic for the vicissitudes that Joyce has had to suffer this week at the hands of school and that kind of thing. So, yes, a very happy birthday and many happy returns to Joyce. Two great live streams from Anthony and Artie, which were very fun. Lots of topics. 06. Hi from Latvia. Harry. Hello, Harry. Lovely to see you. Welcome to my small shed in Hertfordshire in England, with funny bits and pieces bolted to the walls and things like that. But fear not, we will be running some trains. Newlyn Railway is Clive. A very good afternoon to you, Clive. And who else do we have? 060 trains. That's a good little moniker. Yeah, I like that. 0 to 60 in 5 seconds. That takes some doing. Anyway, welcome in, everybody. Jean Ricard has joined us. Thank you very much for the warm welcome. And you're quite welcome, Jean Ricard. Jean Ricard, as you know, is our redoubtable Dane. Viking power. Absolutely. Thanks for the welcome. You're quite welcome. There's lots of welcomes. But there you go. Everybody's very friendly. There's Delft Junction Pete. And we've got Lyndon, who is Lintree Town Trains and Models. The Closet Branch is Dats. Hello, Dats. Nice to see you. Am I running Conrail today? I'm so excited. Oh, well, I'm sorry to wee on your fire, as it is, Dave. But I don't have any Conrail. You know, it's a work in progress. When I see some, I'll grab it with both hands. Trust me. I know what I know what I'm doing, I think. Chuck Schreiber is way over there in Texas. Nice to see you, Chuck. And Particle Station has joined us. That's Charlie. A very good morning to you, Charlie. Maybe next week then. Oh, so sad now. I'm sorry about that, Dave. I really am. You're such a denizen of model railroading that it breaks me up that you're disappointed. But we go on. We go on. Onwards and onwards. Mick92. There is Mick. Very good afternoon to you, Mick. And Maura King is in the chat from Ireland. I hope things are very wonderful over in Ireland. Probably wet, but they don't call it the Emerald Isle for nothing. Anyway, we'll be running some Great Western trains today. That's the British version of Great Western. not way out west. I just pointed to the east. That's west. West is that way. Grandpa Rouse has joined us. Hello, JD. John Dilly. John number one. Very good morning to you, John. Nice to see you. So we'll be running some Great Western. I would say, well, that's late British Rail. So forgive me, but Richard, my son, has put all of the rolling stock on for me to run. So I'm just catching up on what he's actually done. So we've got a Royal Mail train. We've got some coal trucks and a prairie. Finnerton Central 2.0 has joined us. That's Brian. Welcome, Brian. Nice to see you. Anybody I've missed? Well, if I've missed anybody, apologies, but you know how it is with a very fast-moving chat. It's sometimes quite difficult to catch up. Do I want to put in a delay in there so everybody can answer every 30 seconds? No, I don't really. So I think we'll just as it is. If I didn't say good afternoon, Clive, there is Clive from Newlyn Railway. Nice to see you. Yes, and over just behind me right here, this is Blackwell Hall. Blackwell Hall. Richard had this one renumbered and renamed. It's one of the halls, and I think it's is it a not a refurbished hall, just an improved hall. And yeah, Richard renamed it after our surname, which is Blackwell. So we got Blackwell Hall. There's also a Blackwell Grange, and we do have one of those, but not running today. And also there is the 14XX with the auto coach over there, which I'll be running a little bit later. So let's get things moving. This is all running DC today. So for all you DC lovers, these are all direct current. I know that's you, Brian. These do run exceptionally well. Right here is one of the warship class, which I believe is Ark Royal. This one's a dirty example, so it's got some weathering on it, which I don't know if that was factory or Richard's had that done, but it's been very, very well done. Close-ups will be coming along. Let's get warship moving. Nice and smooth, this one. I believe it's a Daypole model. But it was produced for Kernow Model Railways, which is the Cornish premier shop in Cornwall and Guildford. Randall Ellison is in the chat. Very good day to you, Randall. I hope you're not working too hard. We've lost a train. Hold on. Oh. We've had a parting of the ways because the train is still here. That's what happens when you don't pay attention, folks. But never mind. She's on her way back to collect the train. And these things do happen, don't they? Right, I'll stop it there and bring Mountain to Mohammed. We are now connected. And off we go. Oh, wrong way. You Burke. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am absolutely a Burke. A Burke is a really nasty thing to say to someone. Just working the first shift yard van. Ah, well, that sounds like a nice, simple task. It probably isn't, but I suppose that's better than doing 100+ miles, Randall, which I know you do quite often. Uh, and Haunted Railway Jake is in as well. You can call it, technically a diorama is static, nothing really moving. A layout would have moving trains. Just like these. Well, nothing's parted company again. I'm not sure why the Royal Mail train decided to do what it did. Uh, who knows? That's tension hook couplings for you. Do any of you go to Santa Pod to watch drag races? Yes, I used to quite a bit, Grandpa. In fact, I was there when Daryl Gwynn had his really bad accident and they had to, I think much later on, they couldn't save his leg, and I think they had to amputate his leg, something like that. That was a long time ago, but I did used to go. So one of the many things I'm interested in. Long time, yeah, I haven't been there for years. I think they've updated it quite a bit because the toilet facilities there used to be basic. I mean, really basic. It was just literally a latrine. So you've got a big trench in the ground with these faux toilet seats over it, and the smell that came up from it was really quite vile. But I'm not sure what they're like in the States, but I would imagine it's more of a professional sport there. They are running this weekend. Yes, they do a live from Santa Pod. Um, they have all kinds of classes, the gassers, top fuel, top alcohol, funny car alcohol. Occasionally, you get the odd jet cars as well, which I used to be really interested in. But yeah, I've stood behind a few jet cars at Santa Pod. They used to have a big covered shed at the back, which you could stand in and get absolutely blasted. Turn the afterburner on and shield your eyes. Back it all came. Yeah, really funny. But let's get you down on the track so you can see some of the action. The beer will follow. Oh, well done, Mick. I hope the bar's open. You've got to warm up pre-game, so to speak. Yeah, absolutely. Right. Let's get you down on the track to see some action. T-shirt of the day is I like trains. Spectacular. There you go. Right. Let's move you over. Stick with the T, Mick. Dear. That doesn't sound like Mick at all. Mick's a beer man. Right. Now that should miss everything. Sound horn before entering, ladies and gentlemen. Here comes Blackwell Hall. And here comes the warship. Well, that's very kind of you, 060. Welcome in. Lots of train action on all the various channels that you see before you. If you're looking for anything particular, Brian has an online shop. If you'd like to put your details in there, Brian, I'm sure that would be most welcome by everyone. It's called the Train Set Shop. Very reasonable prices, and Brian's very, very good at fixing up the models and making sure they run properly. Good maintenance. That's very kind of you, Dino. Thank you for that. We now have 34 in the chat. Isn't that amazing, ladies and gentlemen? With 20 likes, 20 thumbs up. Very, very kind of you. I'm filling up. I am. GRE 2057. A very good day to you. I hope you are well and thriving. Well, Mick, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but just plain old coffee today. So cheers, everybody. There is Brian's shop. Always something interesting to purchase at very reasonable prices. What, coffee and beer? Yes. Usually, too much beer leads to lots and lots of coffee. And there is Ray Bertelson. A very good morning to you, Ray. I hope today finds you fighting fit and well. Whoa, new steam locos. Robert Sister, a very good morning to you. Welcome in. This is, I suppose, looking at the logos on the side of the locomotives, late British Rail, but Western region. So extending out from Paddington out to the West Country, Cornwall, Devon, Somerset, Dorset, Wiltshire. This is the kind of thing that you would have seen mid to late 50s. So we're having a bit of a nostalgia trip today. Why not? Why not? Such a rich heritage of railway. It's a shame not to celebrate it. And so much less expensive than the real thing. Plus, in the really good weather, when it starts to get hot, as soon as you put a steam engine on the rails, they say, right, you're banned. Too much chance of a fire. And we have Aaronville entering the chat. A very good afternoon, Aaronville. For those of you that don't know, my father's name, bless his cotton socks, was Harry. Sadly, no longer with us, but some of his trains do live on through me. So, yes, a bit of nostalgia. We learned to live with people's passing, and yeah, it was a tough one with Dad because we did cover quite a bit of railway ground together. But I'm sure he'll be on the footplate up in heaven somewhere. Bless him. Oh, just running some trains, Aaronville. I was a bit fortunate. Richard put all of these on for me to run. Very thoughtful of him. So I didn't even have to think of the topic. For those in the UK, Topic is a nutty, chocolatey confectionery bar that you can, well, I think you used to be able to buy. What's brown and has a hazelnut in every bite? Squirrel poo. Well, that's the beauty of model trains. Somebody like myself or Sparky goes live, and we are put straight into their shed. You could be anywhere in the world, and we can still talk to each other. Isn't that absolutely amazing? From Australia to America to Canada to Denmark to Germany, France, all points of the compass. Yes, Mark. What has a hazelnut in every bite? Well, it used to be Topic, but I have to avoid things like that these days. My teeth are not what they used to be, biting their way through hazelnuts and things like that. A couple of Flying Scotsmen in boxes. Woo. Well, I did order something from, I think it was Mark's Models in Dublin. It was the Guinness flats. So you've got these container flats with all these kegs of Guinness on it. And I think it was produced by Murphy Models or Irish Model Railways, whatever. I thought they looked really good and I really wanted them. So I pushed the boat out and connected with Mark's Models in Dublin, and I got them. Took about a month to get through customs and all that stuff, just from Ireland, where it takes 6 days from America. But I'm really pleased with them. I've just got to get my hands on something like a Class 121 in orange and black. Yeah, the locomotive servicing area, which you see back here a ways, that's a Pico standard servicing shed. Over here, we've got various. Let's drag you a little closer. Right, we go wandering. So it comes off the centre to this double slip here, and then there's various points taking you off onto all these various bits and pieces. These here lights do actually work, but there's a switch underneath which I'm not going to fumble around for. And yeah, pretty much a small servicing area. Just inside there, there's a little welder that when I do flip the switch, it comes on. Let me see if I can. Yeah, hold on a minute. Let me try it. Ah, there we go. So there's the lights. There's the welder. That should come on in a few seconds. Yep, with his little gas bottle. I did cut out some of the between the track to give the idea of a trench, but I just never painted it black. And in there you will see a English China Clay International tank wagon, American one from Atlas, which Clive would know all about. And there's various Network Rail employees doing their thing. I've fastened all these down with tacky wax, which is really good stuff. Most of them self-stand, but on a flat surface. And on ballast, it's not easy. There's a little, what would you call that? It's for picking up tokens from single line working. There we go. Let's turn you around a bit, and you can see a slightly different aspect, looking towards the station. There we go. How's that? Up a bit. Yeah, nice one, Maura. That'll be very handy. I know they haven't made them in sometimes for some time, but yeah, when one comes up, um, we'll just play it by ear. Well, it's always one of those things in the back of my mind, Pete, that I wonder what it would be like to have like quite a really big shed. I mean, this is not fantastically big. It's 12 by 8. When you look at Sparky's shed, which is getting on for something like 60 feet long, that's right up on the extremes. But yeah, I'm happy with it. It's the biggest train set I've ever had, really. Talking of train sets, I would urge you to have a look at Robert's train set. He's just been messing around with his new Flirt, and that's well worth a watch. And I believe we have Artie in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Artie to the chat. $35.29. Get him, JD. Yeah, I'm happy with it. There's always things that you look back on and think, well, I wish I'd have done this differently or perhaps done that. But on the whole, I've been happy with the way it operates, because it really, once you do all the thought process and you build the thing, sometimes operating it is a disappointment. And you think, oh, dear, derailments and things not happening the way you thought they might. But I'm quite happy with the way it actually operates. Nothing too over technical or likely to trip you up. Thomas Grassie's in hospital? What's the matter with Thomas, Dwight? 90% packed for the deportation. Well, I'm glad to hear it, Artie. That's a polite way of Artie saying he's going on holiday. Oh my God, he had a stroke. Oh, crumbs. That's serious stuff. I remember my mother having a series of mini strokes, and the damage it does to your grey matter is, how do I put it? Yes, the things that made my mother flew away. It wasn't immediate, but gradual. So, yeah, my thoughts go out to Thomas Grassie and his family. And I just hope it's not as serious as I think it is. Yeah, Dwight, if you have any contact with them whatsoever, just extend our love. Yeah, for those of you that know Thomas Grass, he's very technically proficient, uh, got a great railroad and operates it often. A very, very knowledgeable guy. And I just hope there's not too much damage done by a stroke. I hope they caught it early enough because the earlier you catch it, the more you save. Yeah, if you want to expand on that on your live stream tonight, Dwight, please feel free to do so. Many of us, I'm sure, will be interested. So if you can just keep us in touch of what's going on, I'd be appreciative. 7 o'clock is Dwight's usual time for his live stream tonight. I urge you to bang on his door because it's always a fun stream. And Dwight's always doing something railroad and something that's fun. Can I share my thoughts on how I operate from the station? Yes, I can. Um, each of the 1, 2, 3, 4 spurs of the station is all capable of being isolated by a set of switches I have just off to the right here. So I can run DC or I can leave all the switches open so it's completely live and run DCC. And that's pretty much it. The main part of the station is connected by a three-way point and then another point to the main line. And that just about covers it, really. 1, 2, 3, 4 platforms. There's a bay platform just in front of you there where the 14X X and the auto coaches. And that's pretty much it, really. What you can see in the background is a resin station made by Batman Scenecraft of, I can't remember the name of the station, but I know it's on the Great Central Railway. And then I bodged a wooden Great Western Railway bridge, which was made by, who made it? Hornby. I bodged 3 kits together to make the big bridge you see at the end of the station. And there's Eric in the chat. Very good morning to you, Eric. I hope you are feeling somewhat better than yesterday. I know the dialysis really knocks you about something chronic, but every day that you're with us is an absolute blessing, Eric. Just woke up, had a nightmare. Here's another one. Hi, Eric. Yeah, Artie, I realised after the event that what I was hearing coming through your microphone was one of your electric multiple units starting up. And it sounded like the funny bit in Blinded by the Light. And I thought, oh, I keep hearing Blinded by the Light. But it's one of your EMUs doing that. Well, that's very kind of you, Eric. One tries one's best, you know. Yeah, I don't want to be giving anybody any funny dreams, though. Right, let's get you over the other side of the layout. There's a quick shot of the station for from, what would you call that? An overview cam. Yes, there's still work in progress over this part of the layout, but well, nobody's perfect, and time being what it is. There's a prairie, and this is what I would call my staging yard. There's the PC. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 staging, and they all slim down into one. Here's the rather messy workbench, but skipping over that, I can get you down track level. Zip. A bird's eye view, yeah. Krumbacher. That's German beer, I understand. Is that right? Is that German beer? Krumbacher? Let me just shift you somewhat. There we go. There's cows in that yonder field. Yeah, it could be Aaronville. Andy Richards' factory. Royal Mail and Parcels Express. Right, let's just put that off. There we go. There goes Blackwell Hall, pulling the 905 from Paddington. Yeah, Archie, we heard about Thomas, yeah. That's quite a blow. That's a shame, Anthony. I know you like German beer. Right. Let's take you a little further down so we can expand that a little bit. How's that? That's better. And there's March West Junction, Andy. A very good afternoon to you, Andy. I hope you're well. And Tony Northeastern is in the house. A very good day to you, Tony. Welcome back into the hobby. Blackwell Hall is parading for you with the from Paddington. Coming the other way is Warship Ark Royal with the mail train. Great to see you, Tony. And yeah, I'm afraid you hit my Achilles heel there, Tony, with the music. Me and music don't really sort of get on. It's just me personally, but yes, I like the sound of the trains and Tony's soothing voice. And there is Dara's Locomotive Shed. Very good afternoon to you, Dara. I hope you're well and enjoying fine weather. The which point it comes back and says, no, it's raining here. What's the old phrase, Jake? A change is as good as a rest? Maybe, maybe not. Let me straighten that tree out over there. That's better. I think the spiders have been at it. Oh, it's raining in Dublin. Well, it is called the Emerald Isle. Right, I'm just going to have a bit of a change round, ladies and gents, so we can get some more rolling stock out. So I'm just going to put this one back in. Blackpool Hall has done sterling service for the day. Super. Isolated. Right, here comes the auto coach with the 14XX. We should be able to spot that on the way around any minute now. Right, and here she comes. The 14XX is moving somewhat slower due to its diminutive size. And I suppose, I hate to use the word prototypical, but it's prototypical. And here she comes, ladies and gentlemen. I give you the 14XX with the auto coach. Photo bomb. Where is John and Holly? Nice to see you, John. I hope you and Holly are well and enjoying this fine Sunday. Right, what I'll do, I will now bring out the coal train. So I'm just going to have to, how am I going to do this? Right, let's set up the wave first. Okay, you should be able to do that. Right, I'll just give you a slightly different angle. Actually, I'll drag you over the other side of the layout so I can shunt properly. Here we go. Back to me. Right, there we go. Okay, the next thing is to open up some of this. Oh, it's good timing, Tony. Absolutely good timing. Tea and toast. I'm toast. Right, let's Let's get things moving. I need this one open. Right, you should be able to see the shunting lights there. And the train will now follow that path, in theory. I'll just slow it down a little bit. Yep. Just off through the siding. 36.35. Get him, JD. I'd say you got him, mate. Right. Here goes. So open that one up. That's all set. We are ready. Okay. Let's just get on the controller. And that's just PC here. Right, I need one of these, which is your triangle uncoupler. And let's see. I'll take that one off there. Back that one up. Flick over. And that can come off down here. Uh-oh. Something went wrong. It's all right. Andy saves the day. All good. Right. Okay, that's that done. Now I'm going to bring out the prairie. Here we go. I'll speed up the 14XX a bit. Here, come off the prairie. Flick that. Connect that onto there. We'll be in a second, ladies and gentlemen. Don't panic, Mr. Mannering, don't panic. And here we go. The coal train is heading for you, ladies and gentlemen. Mick, last time I hit the button, it hit me back. It was probably drunk, Mick. Here comes the prairie, ladies and gentlemen. Where's the coal train? This one's heading Bang Road. Extremely dirty. I got a feeling all of these were factory weathered. But I think the prairie was done by our friends over in Essex. I believe they're all they're all Bachmann, I believe, those trucks. Well, there's a surprise. Clive's opening goodies. Yes, it's always a pleasant surprise to see what you open, Clive. Time for dinner. Fish, rice, and veg. Well, enjoy that, Aaron. Nice to see you. Take it easy out there. Dave, thanks for coming. You're out there. It could be a nasty world, but really it isn't. It's really very nice. And enjoy the rest of your weekend, Dave. Well, if anybody's them, I do apologise, but I have been a little preoccupied with shunting and that kind of thing. It's a shame I don't have a head cam, actually. I can just show you what a mess my shunting was, but it was obviously effective because the right trains are doing the right thing at the right time. What's the matter with Ely? Nothing funny about Ely. Well, there is, but never mind. I know they've got a cathedral at Ely. Ely. Yeah. Get up there and shake out the cobwebs, as they say. Great to see you back, Tony. Always love to see your stuff. And whatever you decide to build next, we're with you. And there's Eric. A very good day to you, Eric. I hope Cara and Willie and Opa are all fine. We're running some, not way out west, but some Great Western flavoured stock today. The kind of stock that extended from Paddington to the country. This is a very much later BR era, British Rail, but the locomotives and rolling stock are all of Great Western origin. Here comes the coal train pulled by a prairie locomotive. And just being photobombed over the back is a 14XX type locomotive, a 042, pulling an auto coach, which enabled you to drive it from that coach. Yeah, you really have to do that, Brian. And it would be nice to see the contents of that calendar for those of us that don't have it. So the next time you do a live, if you'd like to show us the preceding months and Tony's wonderful railway. And there's James. A very good morning to you, James. I hope you are feeling suitably refreshed and on the top line. I won't harp on about your turbo. I know you're working on the sidings, so good luck with that. And I just hope the weather improves to enable you to do that. So very big welcome to James. We're running Great Western flavoured stock today. The 14XX with the Auto Coach, and this is a Great Western Prairie, a 2.8. Is that a 282? It is a 282. I'm just going to make sure now I'm telling you the right thing. It is a. Where is it? Not that one. This one. It's a British Railways late class 72XX. That's not really a prairie. That's what you call misinformation, ladies and gentlemen. It's a 282 tank locomotive. How about that? 72XX. Which means it's the first two numbers start with 72, and then there was probably 100 members in the class, so that will be 7200 to 7299. That's the XX bit after the initial two numbers. Yes, James, that's a bit of a shocker, that one. I've asked Dwight to keep us informed with progress on Thomas Grassi. And on the outside chance that anybody else knows Thomas, wish him our best. And Charlie's back. Hello, Charlie. Lovely to see you. I hope Canada is having some decent weather this morning. 72XX. A 282 in weathered format with a weathered coal train and a typical 6-wheel brake van on the end. And racing along is the 14XX and the Auto Coach. Yes, Charlie, there's certainly lots of nasty diseases out there that trip us up. Of course, the going bang road at the moment, so the lights are working sort of in reverse. They're in free fall. Robert's train sets. There's Robert Valentine. A very good afternoon to you, Robert. I hope the flirt is flirting. I'm sure your remaining troubles will be solved with possibly a couple of emails to Richard at Roads and Rails. Like I said, Richard knows his stuff all right. So 2 lock pilots and a lock sound have done wonders there. It's just the other little bits and pieces that you have to work on, like the cab lights and things like that. I'm sure it's not unsurmountable. Yeah, get them, Dino, get them. 32-38, we're not doing too bad, Dino. Lindsay's builds is live. I can't see the chat. Yeah, I'll say this for Tony Northeastern. He done amazing things with that AI. Absolutely incredible. Just loading your lyrics, and I don't know if it works out the melodies and all the rest of it. I guess you can fashion what you want in the song, uh, like guitars, flutes, drums. Absolutely amazing. What can be achieved with a bit of technology is amazing. How much later, Robert? It's not going to be sort of 2 years' time, is it? Or are we talking a week or 2 weeks? You did an AI video and it did it all. Amazing. Well, I think, Robert, there's still room in there for us pure amateurs who are just point the camera at the object and let it run. 2 weeks. Okay. I won't hold you to that, Robert, just in case you have any further trouble. But I don't think it's going to take long for you to iron out the auxiliaries and get it working the way you hoped it would be working. I think you're pleasantly surprised how well it's worked. And it's just the small details now. I have to agree with you there, Harry. Kelly's Heroes, absolutely brilliant film. And if I'm not much mistaken, a lot of that was it done in the former Yugoslavia? I know it was in the former Eastern Bloc. That I mean, for the village, it looked like time had stood still. So that always makes it easier to do period films like that. I'm drinking wine. I'm eating cheese. Why don't you say something righteous? Nuts. Crap. Perhaps the AI went on strike, Robert. Yeah, that can be trouble. I know the overhang on those kind of units is quite fierce. It's all very well having, uh, like on this carriage, bogies at the extremes of the ends. But as soon as you move those bogies back a bit, everything eases out. It's yeah, it's quite a problem. So I always made sure there was nothing in the way, and all the platforms are dead straight. Well, there's a surprise formation. Whoa! Charlie's arriving in Glasgow. How about that? Well, I hope you enjoyed it, Charlie. You know all the places to get around to. So have a great time. Chris, Valleys 56XX. Try a 72XX this time, Chris. Here's your Great Western flavour. 14XX with the auto coach, tramping away. And here comes the Coltrane with a 72XX 282 Coltrane and a Toad brake van, which is a six-wheeler. Oh, Maura's off. Nice to see you, Maura. Have a nice day. Now, ladies and gentlemen, have we had any interruptions today in video or audio? I'm interested because last week was a bit of a disaster. And I'm just interested to know if the quality has been okay. It's up and down, yeah. I think somebody's using a microwave and it's scrambling our signals. But I'll work on a solution for that one. Had a few circles. Yeah, we must be right at the edge of the decent range for the Wi-Fi, because I'd estimate it was about 50 odd feet away from the router or router, whichever you want to call it. But yeah, difficult. It's just distance and what everybody else is doing with bandwidth. Anyway, ladies and gents, let's take you on a little trip back to the PC. Yeah. Oh, be seated. Right, let's just drag that up a little bit. There we go. Well, ladies and gents, thanks everyone for coming in. Can I get a booster? I probably can. And as the contract is coming up fairly soon, I'll see what they've got to offer. So I'll look into a booster and we'll see what happens. You want to get a Tender Nova mesh system for the Wi-Fi. Yeah, I have heard about that, Clive. Have you tried it? Love the shirt. There we go, Eric. I like trains, and I do. If it's yeah, Glasgow's about 700 miles that way. Yeah, long way. Great stream. Thanks, Andy. That's very kind of you. Let's just bring everything to a little silence. I use Deco Mesh Wi-Fi system. Okay. Well, I'll take these things into account when I ring them up and say, yeah, I'll have another 2 years, thank you. And we'll see. I know there are Wi-Fi 6 and Wi-Fi 7 routers now. I'm not sure what I've got. I'll be looking into it. That's very kind of you, Eric. You're quite welcome. It's always great to have a bit of fun on a Sunday, and that's really what it is. It's all about having a bit of fun. I'm usually on Sunday at 1 p.m. UK time. Thanks, Dino and Brian. Oh, thanks for the new subs. That's odd for you saying new subs, Brian, but it's not a criticism. Evening all. Oh, there's Monsville. Hello, Mon. Nice to see you. Yes, we will catch up. See the bit we missed while having lunch. Yeah. Life goes on, as they say. Can you not run a cable? I could run a cable. I do have one long enough. But on this particular PC, I don't have an Ethernet connector on it. If I'd have known that before I bought it, fell asleep. Sorry, that's fine. Yeah, there's lots of ifs and ands with pots and pans type of thing, but hey ho. I'll look into doing some improvements, and we'll see. We'll see. Rome wasn't built in a day, as I'm sure everyone would agree. Thanks for coming in, everybody. I'll let you go and enjoy your Sunday. No adapter. I don't know. How would you adapt that? There are ways and means, so I'll be looking into them. Thanks, Robert. Always a pleasure to see you. Thanks, James. Dwight's on later, 7 o'clock tonight, UK time. Everybody enjoy, and I'll catch up with you in the next video or out in the streams. So take care, everybody, and keep on rolling. Adios, amigos.